Yes, people, we are back for the Hot Off the Press show here on SFeatleyTV. Yes, guys, how are you doing? Right, by the way, we are gonna I've got some little things to mention. The color of this is the charity's color, and we are going to keep this color apart from watch-alongs and watch-alongs. So for the F1 watch-alongs, it'll be the Mercedes green color of the Petronas, right? That sort of color here, right? And as for the that or the black color, or we're gonna do the red color for obviously Arsenal and blue color for Champions League watch-alongs. But apart from that, it's staying in the charity's color, yellow. And speaking of the charity, please, it's in the description. It's in the description every video we do. Please smash the like button first, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, then you know we're live. Then please press and go down into press the Just Giving page link. Go and donate to CLDF. You are saving kids' lives. That is what you are doing, because that funds research to save children's lives. Simple as that, right? Even subscribing, we are now going to count as a donation, because with every subscription, we get to 1K. If we get to 1K, we monetize the channel, and then that money goes to the charity. We're never going to see it. It's going straight to charity. Simple as that. So please do that now. Who we got in the chat? We got Max in the chat. Please, how are you doing, my friend? Everyone like and subscribe, like, for more great content. Yes, we're trying to make it as professional, clean cut as we can. Big up the boys, right? And Charlie, how are you? Talk man, you as ever, the graphics designer himself. How are you doing? Right? Nerves are kicking for tonight. Yeah, you've got yeah, man, you've got Dortmund tonight, ain't you? Ooh, nervy. We're covering that tonight. So 7:30. Check that out. We're doing a watch along to it. Come and check us out. It's gonna be a good one. Andre Kudila banned for 10 matches. Yeah. I take something. Yeah, he's the guy who said the abuse, wasn't he? Yeah. Glenn Kamar has been banned for 3 games as well. Okay. Leicester Till I Die TV, how are you doing? Right. Nice to have you in the chat. Please. Thanks for the support. Right, it means a lot to us. Right. So we are going to talk about, I don't know where my guests have got to. Where they got to? Where are you? I keep saying I've got to click that out. I'm going to click that. Every time someone is late, I am going to start calling that button out, right? Where are you? Let's be having you. Yeah. Don't fool it. Right. Oh, shit. No. I'm feeling good, really good today, actually. I'm feeling really positive today. I don't know why. Just having a positive day. Really positive day. So nothing's really happened, but yeah, positive. We keep positive here, right? That's how we've got through everything. That's how I've got through everything in my life. So we keep it positive here. I have subscribed. Yes, Leicester Till I Die TV. I am going to actually go check your content out, actually. But I haven't had the time. I've had other things to do, right, to prepare. So I do apologize. I will definitely go and check it out. I've gone and subscribed to you as well, mate. So you've got a subscription from us. Right. There's like great content you're doing. Yeah, honestly. Go and check that out, guys. Go and subscribe. Right. And yeah, if you can share it with your subscribers, share our content, share this, share that, right? Please do. It'll mean a lot to us. And if you can get them to subscribe, please do. Just say it's just for charity. You don't even have to watch the content. It's just for charity. That's all you have to do, right? So yeah, go and do that now. The preview was supposed to be at 4, but we've put it back to tomorrow morning because that's the time that's Jonathan, the youth coach, Slavia Prague youth coach, can come on. That's bearing in mind that the hospital will actually let us do it, but we'll wait and see because I am at the hospital at that time. But that's how dedicated we are. We will go above and beyond to try and get you the content we need, right? So if it means I have to do it in hospital like we did last week, we will do it. Simple as that. Fans outside Anfield. Yeah, well, people have been locked out, aren't they? So obviously they're going to go out and check out Anfield, aren't they? They're going to go check out go into the town centre, spend the money that they've been saving, right? Big up all of them. So obviously we're going to have the major debate about Arteta and Arsenal. We've got Relentless in the building. How you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm all right. I'm doing good.
Yeah, obviously, the title's obviously about Arteta in or bust. Right? It's It's Europa League success or bust for Arteta. Obviously, with the game tomorrow. First of all, how do you feel about going into the game so far?
Into the Slavia Prague game. I'm not really that positive, if I'm being honest, bro. This team, this pisses me off, yo. I don't even know where to start.
Sorry, just answer this. I struggle with vlogs, mate. Right, I'm struggle with editing and that. It will take me ages. I'm not going back to games because I'm never usually. I probably won't be ever well enough apart from the odd occasion or so. And plus I ain't spending that money, 90 quid odd on a ticket to watch this shit. Yeah, if it's a League Cup game that's worth a tenner, then I'll watch it because that's all the football's worth to me. So at the minute, but yeah, I'm not going to. But the content will still come after everyone could go back. Don't worry about that. But carry on. Sorry, Relentless.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous for that game because basically they're like the perfect team to knock out. Like it's written in the stars, bro. It's written in the stars, bro. And I don't need that extra stress, man. Like the past couple of days have been it's been a bit mad for me, man. Like I had like when I was younger, basically when I was playing sports, I found out like I have another knee injury. So
Oh no.
especially like yeah, for like especially for like the season that's coming up, yeah. It's a bit annoying. So I might miss the start of like my first season. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. I'm not talking about soccer. I'm talking about like basketball. I also play basketball as well, so I'm gonna miss a little bit of that as well. So yeah, that's not good news. And also, I also got Arsenal to worry about as well. But listen, I mean, the thing that would kind of help me is the fact that football is on today as well, so I get to watch some good football with some of the Champions Leagues coming up. Then I have to mentally prepare myself for the game. I might actually be able to watch that game live because I'm going to be sitting at home, just taking it easy. So yeah, I'm not too positive because you want to know what that goal reminded me of. Yeah, that we conceded at the Emirates.
Yeah, Olympiacos.
It reminded me so much. It was the back stick as well.
Yeah.
Back I swear, bro. That goal just finished me, bro. I thought it was over, man. I can't lie. For me, I'm going to be
I'm glad
positive.
I didn't. I'm glad I didn't have a nurse come in to say you got to keep it down. I actually thought I was did well there because I had to do it in hospital, and
Yeah.
geez, man, honestly,
Yeah, I'm gonna get it checked. I'm gonna get it checked out later today. Go to the doctor, see what he's saying. 'Cause he might say it's
yeah,
knee soreness because like for like years and years and years, like it's like affected like my acceleration. When I play, because I have like soreness in my left knee because basically the way I play is like very high intensity. So, that tends to happen. But hopefully it's nothing that's too, ridiculous. Because I know a lot of players, but even in football as well, a lot of players have it. Some knee soreness, and it affects them. But hopefully I'm all good. But going into the game tomorrow, I have to back my team and say magically we're going to find a way to score, because that performance that we had against Sheffield United. Maybe I don't want to be too reactionary, but if we perform anything like that, but we should pay Martinelli. I think Saka's out. We should play Martinelli, Lacazette, basically kind of get that chemistry going, because you saw in the Sheffield United game, they were playing passes. At times you carving them open. If we continue to do that, I don't see why we can't beat Slavia Prague. I know they play well together as a team, but if we go there and do what we need to do, and Arteta gets his game plan right, which is not rocket science, it's not like we're going against Real Madrid, I don't see why we can't win. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, if we do win, I'll say we'll be pretty wasteful. So I'm going to go with a narrow 2-1 win, 2 away goals. So that means we're through. So yeah, narrow a 2-1 win. And I'll go, like I said, again, the first one, and why not Martinelli? So again, the second, killing game off. What are you saying about that prediction? Do you think we're going to
win? Yeah, I mean, for me, it's you know what? It depends what Arsenal turn up. To be honest, I see. Sorry, just say talk menu senior DM. Once we get Arsenal fans' opinion, we'll open the lines up, so don't worry about that. All right. So yeah, yeah. Let's see. Sorry, just got to answer this because this guy's been supporting me. Right. Okay. Yes. So, in terms of the Arsenal game itself, for me, it's do you know what? Like I said, it depends what Arsenal turn up. We could have an Arsenal that turn up and actually blitz them and tear them apart, right? Like we did against Wolves.
Yeah.
But that's like I can only pick one game out where we've done that, right?
Is it going to be West Brom all over again? Hopefully, it's West Brom all over again, man.
After the Arsenal opinion, man, honestly.
What?
I said after the Arsenal opinion, man.
Well, apparently I'm not Arsenal. Yeah, apparently people on Twitter say I'm not Arsenal, so I'm not really an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
People on
Twitter, you know what? Honestly,
how
mate,
dare you come against the
relentless.
manager?
No, relentless. Look, I'll say this from personal experience, right? Don't believe half the shit you believe on Twitter. Half of it's a load of lies. Half of it is a load of lies and bollocks. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, Twitter's just full of idiots, man.
Yeah, it is. But that's probably why they call it Twitter. Yeah, I feel. Oh my god! If with Tierney out, with Louise out, with I don't know, with so many key players out, I don't. Do you know what? The fact we need Saka up in the wings with Martinelli, I want to see that three that we played with Sheffield United against Slavia Prague, if you know what I mean. I'd rather play Martinelli on the left, because Saka on the right. Actually, I'll put Saka as a cam, and I'd put Pepe on the right. Then I'd put Martinelli up front and Lacroix. Martinelli on the left, Lacroix up front, and then if that doesn't beat them, nothing will. Honestly, nothing will.
Yeah.
What's your feelings towards the game from a Man United perspective?
I mean, they got the goal in the last. Was it in the last minute? Prague.
Well, you were there.
Yeah, I can't remember, mate. Honestly, well, I'd remember more clearly if it was United. But I mean, so I think that you kept them out, and then it's like one moment right near the end. So you would
It wasn't.
hope.
It was that last 10 minutes that I said to you. I said on the stream that as soon as we
Mm,
substitute Ceballos, we had to drop back 5 yards
yeah.
because we had no midfield. And I said
So
to
there
him,
you
"We've
go.
just given a midfield here," and they started dominating us.
Well, you would hope that he's not going to make that mistake again. You know
He
what I
will.
mean?
Nah, he will.
Well,
He will.
oh, if he does, then that's just going to be. I mean,
Comical.
surely not. Surely not. I mean, come on. He's got some. I mean, aren't the people around him saying, "Yeah, Mikel, I think, might not want to do that, mate."
Honestly, I
Bro,
think
they're
half
just
of
as
them
dumb
should
as
have just
him.
said, "Oi, Arteta, do us a favour, just go to the tunnel. Like, let's do
Yeah,
it, please.
yeah.
Like, just fuck
I
off." Like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think our assistant manager, I can't remember his name. I think he was the assistant manager for David Moyes when he was at United.
oh, for
What?
God's sake,
I think so.
You haven't.
Or maybe I'm
You haven't.
confusing him.
no, probably not.
So, bro, that
No,
explains a lot. What shit?
I'll tell you what. We'll send Mikel. Somebody will send a message, right? And we'll send a message to Mikel, and it'll be Mikel. Go and get a long stand from reception. Yeah, he'll go to reception and say, "Oh, I've just come and get the long stand," and the receptionist will say, "Okay, I'll go and get it," and then she'll come back after the 90 minutes is up.
And supposedly the fans are going to be there. So
Yeah,
the fans are going to have that place
just
blocked.
check the private chat relentless because I shouldn't have done it as well. Alright. But yeah, Arteta became Bagel FC in the middle when Arteta.
You want to know what the weird thing is during the end of that game? Like you can see, there was a bit of a shift when he made that substitution. Like he made a couple substitutions in the 80th something minute. Yeah, Pepe scored, but it just felt like it just shifted. And for me, like when the game starts to shift, like you see the best teams do it. Like I think the first leg, PSG were on the back foot. And then what they did was like, you know what? Let's actually try to play a bit of football here. They kept the ball, started passing around the back. Well, not the back, but they just started to keep the ball. And then they just ran down the clock. They ran down the clock. But Real Madrid did it against Liverpool. Ran down the time. We are allowing them to have shots on our goal the last couple of seconds. Like there should be no reason why we're going up against Slavia Prague at home and Leno's getting battered. He has to save shots at the end of when there's 3 minutes left. He should be telling everybody to calm down. Let's keep the ball. Let's run down time. Why is the striker having to go at Leno and he has to make a ridiculous save off the post? Like we're not playing a prime Galactico Madrid. Like this isn't rocket science. So I don't understand why does it always have to be so difficult? If you understand, like you make these teams look like they have a bunch of world-class players, but really, if you just do the basics right, we would come away with a win. We wouldn't have to worry about, oh, we beat Slavia Prague. Are we seriously sitting here talking about, oh, Slavia Prague? I mean, I know they're undefeated this season, but come on, this is Arsenal, bro. And that just goes to show you how crap this coach is. I know our team is shit, but if we had a better coach, you'd probably be up 2-0 or 3-0 on aggregate. It wouldn't be hard. But because this manager just doesn't know what he's doing, we're always going to dig a hole for ourselves.
Yeah. So what do you say in response to
that? Sorry, you cut out a bit there, mate. Sorry.
what do you say in response to that?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, as a sort of neutral and knowing I've watched Arsenal for years, I mean, I remember Pizzagate and all that, Roy Keane and Vieira and everything else. And for Arsenal to be kind of not slowly rising up the league after such a massive change in how the club is run under Wenger to Emery and now to, Emery, then Lundberg, and now Arteta. It's so strange to say Arsenal's static. You know what I mean? It's like it's really odd. I mean, it's odd. It was odd for us when we had our moments, but we still, under each manager, we still sort of, managed to climb ourselves up to sort of a level where you sort of think, well, okay, it's not bad, but we want better. Whereas Arsenal just seem to be it's the inertia of the situation where there's no movement. It's just I totally agree with Relentless on that. And I think, to be fair, if he does make any similar mistakes in this game and you lose it, and then, like I said, you don't go on a decent run towards the end of the season, I cannot really see how his job is fit, how he's fit for purpose for the position that he's in. Just can't see it, mate, because no, I can't. I mean, I know what you're saying about getting the cheapest option for managers, but come on, how much would it cost to get someone like Graham Potter from Brighton? You could pay him. You'd get Graham Potter for the same what you're giving Arteta. So you just replace the wages that you're paying him, but bringing in a manager who would, without a doubt, I would say within the first couple of games, you would see a massive difference under someone like Graham Potter, even with the squad you've got. I don't know if you agree, Relentless. Well, he can't because he's gone.
Relentless.
But
Relentless. There he's gone. Yeah, I mean, I can't see how it's untenable. I don't see how it's all tenable. Yeah, mate. I don't see how people can still back this guy. But unfortunately, we just have a group of fans that have just lowered their level so much over 16 years, believe in the PR time and time again, that we're now faced with a bunch of fans that will quite happily take this.
But it's the other thing is as well.
Manager.
But the other thing as well is that if they are going to say, okay, we're going to give you another season, then the value of your squad, right? If you ship some out and then you bring some in, I mean, how does that balance up? Why would they do that with the risk of similar performances and position, and not just if you're going to bring in a load of new players and ship some out, then bringing in a manager who's going to be able to quickly get a tune out of them, because it's quite clear that Arteta is not getting any kind of tune. I said to you about the guitar analogy. If you give somebody a Les Paul guitar, which is like the best guitar you can get your hands on, and then you go, okay, go on then, and they start playing a little bit. You go back the week later, they've got a little bit better. You go back another week and they've got a bit more, bit better, even still. And each week they progress and get better and better. You're going to say, well, you deserve to keep that guitar because it's Whereas in this situation with Arteta, I mean, he's got a decent squad there. Your squad is much better than West Ham's. West Ham are right up there in and around where they've earned their right to be. We'll say it that way. But Arteta is not getting a tune out of this, so he can't play it. If after a couple of weeks you're trying to play a tune on a guitar and you can't, it's obvious you can't do it, and you're not going to be able to do it. So for me, it's already, I don't care when they talk about the process, like bringing in a load of new players, spending loads of money, just because it'll be the players that he thinks he can make work. But then if it doesn't work halfway through the season and they go, oh, sorry, this is just crap, it's not working, see ya. New manager comes in, he struggles to get a tune out of them because it's unbalanced. It's not the kind of player that he needs for what he's wanting to do, because you're going to definitely want to bring in a more pragmatic manager, aren't you? Someone a bit more attack minded. And if Mikel's going to stick to a more sort of a less attacking approach, that the players aren't going to. It's not going to balance up, is it? It's like us with our squad. That what we've got at the moment. Ollie's trying to play a 4-2-3-1, and it's really difficult, and because we need players. So
I'm doing Dortmund versus City because we did. Yeah, I'm doing Dortmund versus City because we did it. The Liverpool one last week. You just see throughout this season gradually how it's all gone wrong. And I mean, last season, in the end, that Emery's football was not good enough in the end, right? Towards the end of his reign, the football was dreadful. And so he had to go. He had to go, right? And I agree with that. When Arteta came in, obviously, if any Arsenal fan says they wanted him then, you're lying. Simple as that. You're lying. And but I was like, I'm not those people that will just go, nah, get rid of him. I didn't want him, right? I'll give him a chance. So I gave him a chance. And yeah, there were slip-ups with Olympiacos and this, that, and the other. But in the end, the league form, though we won the FA Cup, and the FA Cup's great, right, out of the season we had, the league form wasn't really that good. It really wasn't. And again, the FA Cup papered the cracks. It papered that over because everyone thought that was a brilliant start to his reign. It weren't really that good, to be honest. And then when we get on to the next season, again, he's playing the 3-4-3, and I'm thinking, brilliant, right? Good start to a season, right? Let's go to Liverpool. Let's express ourselves. Then he starts playing the 4-2-3-1 after, I think it's Partey came in the door. And all of a sudden, you saw we had no midfield. Where's the cam in that 4-2-3-1? There's no cam, right? There's no one there. You've got Willian, who's now doing fuck all since the first day, right? And you see it gradually, we went from one defeat to three defeats in a row. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, change it. You've done it. You've lost 3 games now on the spin. Change it. And it carried on. He wouldn't change it. And it went from 4 to 5, then a draw, and a 4, then a 6. Right? And we've got to a North London derby, and I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. If you don't do this, you play like you're playing, and you're not changing it, and you play like that against Spurs, and we lose, nah, mate, you don't deserve to be here. Right? I'm sorry, you're not good enough. And I'm sorry, in that performance was disgusting. Disgusting. Right? Some of the shittest games I've seen this season. And now we've had a few. And it carried on after that. And people are still backing him and making excuses. And I'm like, why are you making excuses for a manager who can't be fucking asked to change it? He can't be fucking asked to try and change. If he was changing it left, right, and centre, I'm like, oh, at least all right, mate. You're trying. You know what I mean? Right? And I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't really swear and all that, but it winds me up so much because throughout this season, we could have changed it like every time to try and find a solution. And he didn't. He stayed stubbornly to it. The only reason we beat Chelsea is because 1, they had Frank Lampard, right? And 2, they had the Willian was out, and we had Smith Rowe and Martinelli come back and thrown in our laps. Right? It wasn't really like he was playing him, was he? Right? At what point did he ever play Smith Rowe before Willian? Never. So there you go. So then we went on a little run, and everyone's gassing it up, and I'm sitting there thinking, it's Newcastle, it's West Brom, it's Brighton. It's all right. It's a Chelsea that's got Lampard. What are you all bigging up? But again, if you're getting called that, if you're not celebrating that, you're a plastic, right? You're a Spurs fan, right? If you're not supporting the Odegaard transfer, you're a Spurs fan. Well, I'm sorry, mate. He ain't the mother of all cams. He ain't. And what's he done since he's been here? He's done exactly what I thought he would do. A Denis Suarez. 1 contribution in 13 games. Says it all, doesn't it? And then people look astounded when it don't happen. Well, what do you expect? It's happened all the damn time, right? And you've got a manager that's going to continually do it all the damn time because it never bloody works. It doesn't work. Honestly. Yes, Natish, he is a Denis Suarez. What's he done here? Honestly, what's he done? Apart from get injured. He really done anything, is he? Everyone made it out he was going to set the world alight. Well, some even said it's Arsenal's saviour. I mean, seriously. It's mad.
Arsenal's saviour. Oh my!
It's
So
mad,
the funny
isn't it?
thing do you know what the funny thing in that
And then they wonder why everyone takes the piss out of them.
listen, the funny thing in that what you just said, Arsenal's saviour, as if Arsenal needed saving at that point. They might need a bit. They need a bit of saving as it stands right now, especially if you don't get the results tonight. But I mean, you're talking. I mean, come on, this is the third biggest club in English football, mate. Come on, Arsenal needs saving. It's just you know, this is
Ludicrous.
It is ludicrous. And at the end of the day, this is why I'm saying to you, you have to sort of believe and trust in not the process, but the thought process of those who are in charge. Because at some point or another, by the end of this season, they're going to have to make decisions and think and look at, let's have it right. They've got to look at stats and performances and everything else and put it all together and go, look, is this actually going to work? Is this actually, even if we back him and get more players in, is this going to improve? Because, like I say, for me, if you're the owner of Arsenal, you're looking at David Moyes and West Ham and going, wait a minute, how the fucking hell are they up there with that squad, and we're down here with this squad that we've got? Interesting. Yeah. It doesn't balance up at all. So it's, for me, as I've said all along, that it's the protection of their investment they have to take into consideration as well, mate. And they will do that. There's no doubt about that. They will do that. Because if you're borrowing on an investment and all the rest of it, and that investment, the asset of that borrowing becomes less valuable, then it means you can't get as much out of it as you did before. So you have to keep, it's like we were talking about when you talking about plants. You take tomatoes off a tomato plant. If you don't feed it and look after it, and treat it in the right way, then it's going to shrivel up, and you're not going to get any more tomatoes. So what's the point of that? You have to, So it's the same with football clubs. They have to be, treated in the right way, and that's as simple as that. And this is why a lot of clubs like Chelsea, for example, Roman even Abramovich, he's quite ruthless and everything else, but it's because he wants to win. He wants Chelsea to be the club, not just in London, but in Europe and in England. And if it's not working, and to be fair, I would be very much like Abramovich, if I'm honest with you. If I was in the position to own a club, I would be very impatient, and I would be very, especially to managers like Tuchel. I know we're going off the topic, but I mean, you could bring a manager like Tuchel in, you have a conversation, you go, okay, I'm going to give you 250 mil. There you go and spend it, right? And then by mid season, you kind of, not really pulling, not really doing it. See ya, it's gone. Sorry, like he did with Lampard, like he did with others in the past, and it tends to work for us. For Chelsea, doesn't it? Let's have it right. They've won over the last 10 years. How many trophies have they won? Quite a few. So, unless Chelsea and Arsenal come across a manager like a Klopp or a Pep, who's going to come in and instill that mentality and philosophy of, if this is all about performance and results and being the best and being elite, then you're going to keep the manager, obviously, because that's what we all strive for as a football club. But they're few and far between. But I do believe there are managers out there that have that sort of DNA about them. It's just a question of, can they produce the goods when they're on stage? It's simple as that. Like for me, like I say, with Graham Potter for Arsenal, could he actually go in there and deal with that pressure of it being the third biggest club in English football, a massive club in Europe and the rest of the world? Could he deal with that? It'd be interesting to see. It really would.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just quickly
That's fine.
Gonna super chat over something.
Oh, cool. But I mean, going to tonight's game, Dortmund and Man City, that's going to be a cracking game, man.
Bingo.
But I'm hoping.
Right, so, Natish, man, right, where are you? Come on, let's argue the case. Come on. Let's go. Let's bring it on. Come on, Natish.
Is he coming on?
Is he
coming on? Or?
Denny Suarez, but I'm thinking 50 minutes ain't going to be good enough for him. Great to hear from you. Big up, Natish, the crazy gooner. Arteta is not getting used to lose. Is not getting even. If you lose tomorrow, Arteta is a yes man, and and like Mourinho's doing bits, isn't he? He's doing bits. I love Mourinho. He's doing bits in a minute. I love Mourinho in a minute. He's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's
never other manager I've hated so much. I now love him. Big up Chelsea fan in the building. Big up Steve. Arsenal will win tomorrow 1-0. Big up. So, for me, apparently.
Sorry, gone. Oh, I thought I'd lost you there.
Sorry. Right. He's heard that. Right. Let's go. Pep, please don't do anything stupid. Play Kyle Walker and goal. Like play Kyle Walker and goal. Or listen to centre mid. That's a good one. I think what we'll do is we'll open the lines up, actually. So that's what we do now. So we can all have a genuine debate over football, over the latest news. Apparently, Balogun has signed a new contract, from what I've heard. He has signed a new contract with Arsenal. I'm just going to get that up now, which is good news. Right. So if I just quickly share that, we've got 17 likes. Please big it up to 20 likes. Let's go, people. Share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram. Go and share it now. Right. We've got Charlie in the building. Right. How are you doing, friend?
I'm nervous, but I'm all right.
Nervous? Why are you nervous, man? You gotta.
No, I can tell he's nervous. All the hair's falling off. Go on.
It's Pep and quarterfinals, Champions League quarterfinals. They don't go well together. That's all.
Well, let's just say I got good approval of my haircut. Thank you.
Let's just leave it there. Talk about football.
Talk about football.
Pep is gonna bottle it.
Relentless clue.
This is what we love to see. It's what we love to see.
Pep is gonna get his inner Arteta, bro. He's gonna oh my god, he's gonna turn into a prime Arteta, bro. He's gonna bottle it to you.
Oh, don't work.
Relentless, please. I'm already scared enough.
What is it with
adverts?
Why is it adverts online?
Wait, did you guys already talk about Arteta?
Yeah, well,
no, we don't talk about bottle jobs.
You know what? Fucking hell, fuck it up tonight. I really do. Fuck it up, big style. I'm gonna take that little clip. I'm gonna take that little clip. I'm gonna make a little montage of it. Right? I don't take advice from bottle jobs, and I'm gonna make a little clip. So I don't take advice from bottle jobs, and then just bottling it against against Dortmund.
No, the thing is,
Haaland scored a winner. Ow!
No. The thing is, I've been saying all month basically we're gonna win the quadruple. That could
so
come back and
Arsenal.
bite me in the
So
ass.
just before we do that, Arsenal are poised to confirm Florian Balogun has signed a new 4-year deal. Bingo. If you can get rid of that now, close down. Thank you very much. Why is it always got to slow down? Yeah. Comeback tonight. Do you think Liverpool can do a comeback tonight?
No.
Well, that's very, very assertive of you.
Straight to the point. Let's be honest.
It's been like that before, and they've still done it.
Where the hell is Cancelo? Oh my God, what is that?
What?
What? I've just seen the team. No Cancelo.
Oh shit!
Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Stones, Zinchenko, Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo, Foden. False 9.
Is that good or bad?
I think that's good because it's I think it's good because it gives that front line a better chance of being able to do more things with the ball rather than just a striker who's going to just sort of be there to kick the ball in the back of the net. You've got like Foden and co who can make things happen, and the more things that can be made to happen, intelligent movement. We've seen it happen with other teams that do this. Barcelona, for example. Foden knows how to find the net, and the rest of them know how to find the net. It's, mate. I tell you what, Charlie. I don't think you've got too much to be concerned about. To be fair, I understand your nerves because obviously I've been there many times myself as a Man United fan, and it is nervous. But come on, I think this is your year, mate. If I'm totally honest with you, and if I was going to put money on any team, I would put it on City. I really would, just because of their whole mental attitude. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, I think we'll see anyway later on when we watch it, won't we?
Yeah.
Oh, what a surprise! All Dortmund's injuries are back playing, starting. Honestly.
Oh, don't.
At least there's no
sim match ban for. I'll take it. This is the
Rangers incident against Slavia Prague.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up now. Why has he got a 10-match ban? It should be life. It should be life.
Yeah, well, this is one of the. I mean,
this is one of the. Why is it 10-match ban? It should be banned for life. I don't care, right?
Yeah.
It could be Lionel Messi for I care, right?
Yeah.
It should be banned for life.
Doesn't matter who the player is.
That's what I'm saying. It could be the greatest player in the world. If he's racist, piss off.
Yeah. Do you know? This is the thing is now in these times, if it's now becoming quite clear, people are now starting to understand, especially at a big football club like that, right? I know it's not massive, but it's still big enough. They understand this is not acceptable. They need the UEFA and FIFA and everywhere else needs to start putting out.
It's too lenient.
Yeah, I know, but they need to start saying, look, if any of your players do this, they will be banned for an exceptionally long time. And I mean a long, long time, which is going to make their career untenable.
All right,
because they're not going to. No, you listen. If this is what I'm saying about these people in power who don't really give two flying,
they don't
you know what?
They don't.
They don't give. They're all about money. It's about money and keeping everything ticking over. Like FIFA, we know what happened there with under. Whatever his face was.
Don't get started on FIFA.
But anyway, but this is the thing, you see. They need to make this clear now. You have been warned. If you've been warned and you still carry on and do it, then you know, what do you expect if somebody actually says those words, whatever combination of words that are, you know, against somebody's religion, colour, or whatever, then just you've got to accept the consequences for that. Simple as that. But you know, these UEFA and all them, they just for whatever reason are reluctant. Whether you would the do-gooders, you know, the what are they called? Oh, what are they called now? There's a group of people who always try and step in and say, "Oh, but that's not fair." It's like, what do you mean it's not fair? What are you talking about?
Fair. How is it fair?
You know what I mean? No, but there will be people like that, and there are people like that who step in and start.
You don't have your fucking tongue cut out.
So, but they need to be.
For me, you're lucky you don't have your tongue cut out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I'm just watching it now on the telly. It's just come up on the news.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, but I see him. He put his hands over his mouth and walked up to him, didn't he, and said something in his ear. I mean, come on, that is now just total idiocy and total.
He knew what he was going to do because
of course he did.
He knew it wasn't like it slipped out in a bus stop. He literally turned, looked at him, went up to him, then did it. So he's literally knew what he was going to do, right? He knew what he was going to say. He knew what he was going to do, right? And I'm sorry.
I'm also saying.
Sorry, you're lucky. I'm sorry, you're lucky. It doesn't. Like I said, you're lucky your tongue doesn't come out, right? Same as someone types online. You're lucky you don't get your hands chopped off, right? I'm sorry, mate, right? 20, and this is the thing: 20-man panel. It's all one race. Rather than having mixed races and then give them serious bans. It's outrageous. It is outrageous. How are they going to make it fair? Fair, but how are they going to make it really, really serious punishment if they're all one race? It doesn't work, right? You need someone with experience, right?
Yeah.
You need someone from all backgrounds. Sorry. And we won't accept it. I'm sorry. All fans also need to put pressure on to say it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Yeah. No, but what they should. I mean, can you imagine now? For example, right? They put this warning out. You put the warning out there. Like if I've got my land that I own, right, and anybody comes, I put a sign on my gates at the front, right, and I say, if you enter this property, I will protect it at all costs. If you threaten me or my family, I will retaliate. There's the warning. End of story. If you then are stupid enough to ignore that warning and try and get into my property, then mate, I ain't going to stop until you can't move anymore. As simple as that. That's the warning. You heed the warning. These players need to heed these warnings that are not being given. Make it clear. If you break this rule, that is it. There is no excuses, no second chances. You are banned for at least like 5 years because it just null and voids their career. They're done, finished. What happens after that? If they're like in the, maybe even more than 5 years, actually, maybe more than 5 years. So that and because not only does it impact their career, it impacts their finances. You threaten anybody's finances, mate, everything changes. Everything. And this is where, for me, that's
true. If you wait, what's up? Did I interrupt you?
No, it's cool, mate. Go on.
What you're saying is true because I remember back in the day, the players they didn't get paid more than the manager. Nowadays, the manager is earning flipping pocket change compared to what the players are earning now, and that's why a lot of these players get to down tools whatever they want and get managers sacked because they feel like they're better than them. And back in the day, I think it was I can't remember which manager. It was either Graham, not Grandpa, George Graham. I can't remember. It might not be him, but if they lost, and not only if they lost and had a bad performance as well, I think they wouldn't get paid for that week or something like that. If I imagine if Arsenal do that and we would just stop paying Aubameyang for maybe 2 weeks, or if we do pay him, we only give him like only 25%. He's gonna be fuming. He's gonna all of a sudden you're gonna see a performance start to change in the team. We actually wouldn't be that bad, but listen, money rules everything in football, man. That's why a lot of people take the piss. A lot of these players take the piss. They down tools when they want to. They turn up to training when they want to, because of the money. Money makes people feel like they're over somebody. Like they feel like they're more powerful than somebody. That's why I say these players need to be held accountable for every single thing they do. Whether they come in the media and say a crazy statement, they should be fined for that. If they go out and they say any racial slurs to anybody, whether it's a referee, whether they need to be held accountable. They shouldn't just say, "Oh, give them a pat on the wrist," say, "Oh, don't do it again." When they come out with a little silly PR apology that they didn't even type up themselves, they let the agent, their PR team do it. They're coming out here, they're getting stuff easy nowadays, and it's not only in football; it's just in sports in general. These players are getting away with this nonsense, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. I totally agree, mate. And as well, can you imagine this? Let's put it this way. This is where, again, you have to ask questions about, okay, if FIFA and UEFA don't feel like that they want to make any changes of big proportions, why are not the sponsors of said organisations going, okay, listen, if you ain't going to make these changes that are quite clearly needed, then we are going to force them. Because if you do not make these changes, we are gone. We'll find another sponsor, and we're gone. I'll tell you something now. If Barclaycard or whoever it is who sponsors UEFA, these big sponsors who pay them millions upon millions, if they say, "Listen, you sort this out now, or we're gone," I guarantee you. They could do it the next day. They could do it the next day. There's a ruling. That's it.
How are you, my friend?
Nitesh, big up.
I'm good, but I totally disagree with everything that you guys are saying.
Oh.
Okay.
What? Go on then.
The point of these bans being not too harsh is, one, it is to educate the people who are racist. It's not to create hate. If you end a player's career by giving him a 5-year ban or something like that, it will only inculcate hate even more. The point is to educate them, to get them corrected, and to set an example. Now, if you want to, if say suppose tomorrow you give a 5-year ban to a player, his career is over. Do you think the hate in his mind or the hate that is in that community will go down or it will go up? The hate in his family, within his family, or maybe say the society that he lives in. The point is to end that, not to promote it or not to instigate it even more, so that he becomes maybe a criminal or he goes towards the wrong side of things. The point is, when you are trying to give him a 10-match ban, you want him to be educated as well about what he has done wrong. You're not trying to push him over the line so that he starts hating them even more or hating another community even more. So that is why UEFA also keeps a certain limitations. Yes, they are trying to set an example at the same time that you don't repeat it, but you don't try to push someone over the line for a mistake which needs to be educated rather than be dealt with more hate.
No, and Nitesh, I 100% agree. However, let me just make this quick point. I'm sure that there must be in these clubs people who are already on that line of education and awareness. Surely, because if there isn't, that's a massive failure. That is a massive failure. If there isn't somebody like a specific person in clubs who can teach with the players and help them understand, because at the end of the day, we know that this is, it's how often does this happen from player to player? How many times have we seen it over the past sort of 10 years?
I just say is that I hear that, and I agree with that. You want to educate them,
but the host has to be a deterrent.
I just feel that, say with this case, for example, is that it wasn't like it was. When he said mistake, it's not like he just said it out of tongue or a little joke that he thought it was funny, but actually isn't. He literally, because it was already a bust up going on because of an incident in the game, turned around, looked at him, walked up to him, and then said it into his ear. So he knew what he was going to do, right, from
Yeah.
the moment he started laid eyes on him. So it's like he
Yeah,
had that
I
intent.
agree. No, I agree with that. But do we know what did he say? Was it put
No.
out? I don't think they won't put it out in social
I don't think they
media
put
or
it out.
anywhere else. Yes. So the thing is, we
I've heard
don't know
rumours of what he said.
why does he need to say it, because anyways they were winning the game, they won the tie, they went through. So it has to be something maybe personal, maybe there was some kind of a heated moment between the two. I did not exactly watch the game, so I don't know, but that is where they need to be educated, that if there is such a heated moment even in society, forget football, you cannot say this, you cannot react like this. If you start banning them and ending the careers of players, I don't mind, that is one option. But then do you think that it will actually work towards what they're trying to do, that is bring equality and end racism? I think it will just create more and more hate, and like the player will be like, this guy, because of him my career is over, now I want to get even with him. So it will just generate more and more hate. It doesn't serve the purpose. The 10 match ban is actually a humiliation to the player as well. It's not as if he is getting praises for it. It is humiliating for a player to be banned for racism. It social media and other places are already reacting. That is another thing that gets to them, and they deserve some part of it for being racist. But the thing is, if you are trying to improve society, you don't want to end someone's life or career to make someone else's. So there has to be a balance, that you need to educate them in the right way so that they don't do it again, and not just him, anyone who thinks about doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this is why it's such a difficult topic, Natish. This is so difficult for the people who make the decisions, because you know there's so many intricacies and so many complicated angles to be looked at. And I mean, 10 matches. I know what you're saying. It does. It's like, yeah, it is humiliating. Any kind of match ban for this, when everybody knows why you've been banned, is a humiliation. But I mean, I think, I mean, okay, let's put it out. Let's put it like this: like if you drive along in your car and you get caught speeding, and then you get caught speeding again, you then have to go on an awareness course, speed awareness or whatever it is, right?
Or
So
even get off the first time.
why don't they, each time if this happens now, that guy who did it, the player who did it, he should not only have to face a 10 match thing, but also go to some kind of go somewhere where he can actually learn more about what he did and how it affects people, and so that he can pass on knowledge himself. When he goes and learns what he learns, he can pass that knowledge on to other people.
Yeah, I think, sorry to interrupt you, I think that is the club's responsibility, and they do it. I don't think they let them off. The 10 match ban is so that they also get educated. The player who is banned is supposed to get educated about it. Now, whether the club follows up and takes it seriously is actually a club's matter as well, as much it is of UEFA. So I think the whole point of giving the player the ban is also so that the club and the people who manage the players should actually educate him or her. So that is the also one of the reasons that they are banned. Now, whether a club does it at a personal level or they don't bother to do it, that is another thing. If the club doesn't bother to do it and it happens again, the club should be actually held liable for a lot of things eventually. Like if this this is the first incident. If it happens again and it is another player from your club itself, then you need to be punished as well. The club needs to be punished as well, because they are not taking care of their players and educating them properly.
Yeah, can I make a point real quick?
Go on.
I've been silent, kind of taking this all in. I 100% agree with what you're saying. The only thing I disagree with is the whole education thing, because the reason I say that is because if you look at some of these players, not only are they racist, unfortunately, they're ignorant as well. And when you're living that kind of lifestyle, you don't want to learn, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Because like you can put me in the kitchen with flipping, I don't know, the best chef. Let's say you could put me in the kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, and he can try to teach. He can do his best to teach me how to cook. But deep down, if I really don't want to learn how to cook, I'm not going to gain anything from that whole, him teaching. Well, I'm wasting his time basically because I don't really care about cooking. So I'm not really going to learn anything. These people don't really want to learn about different races and different cultures and how to appreciate other people. They don't really want to learn about it, because if they did want to learn about it, they wouldn't be racist. So I think they need to, like I said before, people only listen when something affects their bank account and when it affects their pockets. If we affect maybe not so much to race. I'm talking about players in terms of like the performances. I'm talking about like when it comes to racism, unless you find them and actually put your foot down and say, you know what, if you do something like this, your career is going to be your career is basically not going to be over, but you're gonna be banned for a long time. Then you're gonna realize that these people are gonna start to fix up, because really the thing they care about is football, and when they're not able to play football, unless they're like a super duper racist, they're gonna be like, oh, I need to fix up now. If you find people and you take away their money, which they play football for, all of a sudden you're gonna realize that you're gonna see less racial abuse. The cases are gonna go down, because all of a sudden, what are you doing? You're affecting their money, and people love money. Money rules the world, man. And once you're doing something that's affecting it, they're gonna be like, you know what? Let me just stop this. You know, it's not really that serious. You know, they're gonna apologize. And I know education is very important when it comes to different cultures, but really, like I said, you can put me in the kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. If I don't want to learn how to cook and I couldn't give a fuck about cooking, I'm not gonna learn anything, even if he is the best cook. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Just want to add one thing.
Yeah,
that,
one thing.
Just want to add one thing. See, what happens is, how many times have we seen that if one player gets banned for, say, maybe like 10 games or 5 games, they do it again? Generally, I have not seen too many examples of people not improving or learning. And again, these bans may be actually the same thing that you're mentioning. Hit them in the pockets. Don't give them money for the number of games that they miss. 1 month, 2 months without any money, and they will realize where they're wrong. But the other thing is also that if a player makes a mistake, yes, he is given a ban, and I have not seen too many examples of people repeating it again, because these bans actually like hit them where it hurts, and then they understand that if they do it again, maybe a second time or a third time, they may not be lucky enough and their career may be over. So one could be a warning, but maybe the second time it could be all over. So that is why I have not seen too many examples of people repeating it. But the idea is that it shouldn't even happen the first time. And for that, I feel the education should be there. And some of these big clubs, at least, if not all, should be educating the players from the very get-go itself, and not just like doing gestures. I don't think they even bent the knee in some of the games. I think against Arsenal, they didn't even bend the knee. So I think there are things there that need to be worked on, and they need to be educated as well. UEFA should also push that to the club, and if that is done, maybe they will change. I don't exactly know what is their reason for not even taking the knee before the game, but there is something that maybe that is going on at the club level as well.
That's probably why, like, you've got players like Wilfried Zaha who won't do it no more, because they just feel it's just a part of the start of the game now, and it's not really
become a pre-match ritual.
Yeah, but I just
he said he doesn't want to do it because he feels like it's a bit of a PR stunt. He's on a he doesn't really agree with the knee thing. Like, he just thinks that he thinks it's a PR stunt. I don't know. I get what he's saying, but I'm not too sure about that.
Can I just ask? Cause I just want to ask while you're talking about this, because it's very important. Has anybody actually watched the whole sequence of events of George Floyd's murder?
Oh, I don't, please. I did this. That's sick.
Right. I'll tell you what.
Living in America, I saw it every day for about 2 months.
That's
it's a bit mad. It was mad, man.
It was. I mean, I was numb. Watching it.
The response. It was just even shocking.
But how anybody can say that taking the knee is not real, it's not worth it or whatever is absolute nonsense. Of course it is. This is the whole point of it. That's what they did. They killed him with his knee, and another officer on his back, pressing down on him. So this is why you do it. It's a permanent reminder. and they should continue to do it. Just keep doing it forever. This is
That is a
what
thing. That is a thing. What would you say, Melindis? Being a black person, do you say it's something that you want to see continuing, or do you feel that it's just a PR stunt and it doesn't mean anything anymore? Relentless. Yo, no, okay.
Yeah,
How about you?
You guys
go
hear
on.
me?
Yeah. What would you say? Do you feel that being as a black person, do you feel that taking a knee is just a PR stunt now and just part of the game, or do you feel that it still stands for something and you want it to continue?
Of course, it stands for something. Where it becomes a PR stunt, it does stand for something. But where I believe it becomes a PR stunt is when another incident happens and there's not much action that's done about it. Because you can sit there and kneel and say Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Other people's lives matter, and like gays' lives matter. But if you say, "Oh, LGBT matters," and then somebody who's trans gets beat up on your property or whatever, and your reaction to it is like, "Oh, but you know, I mean, it's not really what's the word I'm looking for? You don't really handle it properly. It just becomes a PR stunt." Because for me, if someone gets racially abused, let's say Zaha gets racially abused, because I know like people have been talking about Zaha recently, like in terms of like how he reacts when he gets injured. I mean, when he gets tackled, it's people calling him a baby. Somebody calls him the N-word or something, and the PL don't really do anything serious about it. Then I 100% agree with what he's saying, because you can't just kneel and then when the incident actually happens on the pitch, nothing's done about it. Like if you're going to racially abuse someone for just playing a simple game of football, like this isn't real life. Like this is just football. We should enjoy it. Why does race have to do anything with it? If somebody says something like that, they should end the game right there, because that player that said it does not deserve to continue playing. He needs to be punished, because you can't bring up someone's race in football. In football, it doesn't matter whether you're black, Chinese, Asian. We're all playing the same sport. If we all score a goal, it all counts as one. We're all one when we're on the pitch, and even when we're off the pitch. So it's fit. Anybody to say something like that, to me, it just doesn't. I just don't understand. Yes, it does have something to do with education, that, like I said earlier. But like I said, if you don't want to learn about it, then you're not going to change your ways. So that's why I say the education bit is a bit tricky, because there's certain people that, like I've come across, who are just racist and they just don't want to change their ways. They don't see what's wrong with it. They just think they're superior, and they don't want to change their mindset. And there's a lot of people like that.
Again, if someone doesn't change their mindset, they will repeat the mistake again, and they'll possibly get banned for life. You need to understand one thing, that even when the movement happened, the Me Too movement and all those things happened, there were certain falsely accused cases as well. So there has to be some way of slightly protecting if someone is not actually guilty. I'm not saying about this case, but it has to be on both sides. So that is why they keep a limited, you can say, punishment, and they try to educate the person if the person is guilty. If he or she does not still want to learn, then obviously he or she will repeat it again and can be banned for life if they do such a mistake more than once. But that is why they have to sometimes take this into account, that there may be false accusations as well. So that is the only reason they don't just jump to conclusions like maybe people on Twitter do. And that is why even I said one thing. I think this incident has taken a lot more towards like hate towards Slavia Prague, is because one, their team was not bending the knee. That is one reason. And second, their player came out to be racist. If they were bending the knee, respecting what some people feel is the global sentiment, while others may disagree to it, like Wilfred Zaha and others, then maybe Slavia Prague wouldn't get so much hate out of it. But because they did not do that, and then one of their players turned out to be racist, they have gotten a lot more hate than what normally the club would get for it. And also they did not see, one thing is there is a lot of cancel culture as well, which is part that just because it came out in the news and the media, suddenly the club should be gone. But the thing is, the club will back the player until proven guilty. And once the player is proven guilty, he or she cannot be backed by the club. Now the club cannot back him because he has been proven guilty, and whatever punishment will be given to him, he has to take it, and either he will improve or he will not improve. If he doesn't improve, his career will be over anyways. If he improves, then probably he can still understand and make amends for his mistake that he has done, and at the end of the day, he may become a better human being, which is a win-win situation for a lot of people, including UEFA as well, rather than having hate in his mind throughout his life and him instigating other people to hate other communities as well.
Okay. So if I was to give you a one-word answer, for example, beyond the post itself, because he's just gone for a minute. Would you want it to continue or not?
Continue or not, as in?
As in the knee, taking the knee.
I would rather see. I get it; it's a symbol to many. But imagine, why would a guy like Wilfred Zaha say no? I cannot give you a one-word answer for this, but why would a guy like Wilfred Zaha say no to it? Because maybe he has seen incidents that suggest to him that yes, everyone is bending the knee, but it's not been given the value that it should be probably be given. And there must be other people who must also be looking at and watching certain incidents that suggest to them that this is just a gesture that some people are using as a shield. Like if Slavia Prague, all the team would be bending the knee, maybe they would not get so much hate right now what they're getting, but because they're not doing it.
But they need to add value to this taking the knee. In other words, we need to see, because if you stop doing something and stop making a noise, right, it can quite easily fade away, and people can forget until something else happens. No, this is for me why it needs to continue, because until we see change, big changes, then that it needs to keep happening, because younger kids who are going to start watching football, like in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months, 12 months, whatever, are going to be asking the question, why are they doing that, daddy or mummy? Why are they kneeling down like that? Then you answer the question because, and you tell them the story of why they're doing it. There is an educational discussion with a youngster who's asking that question. So there you are, it's having an effect, a positive effect. But again, we need to see actions being taken, because, and I know listen, I'm not stupid enough to think that it's like someone's going to wave a magic wand and it's all going to get solved overnight or anything like that. But there has to be some really big movements there has to be a big movement in one place or another. It doesn't really matter where that place is, whether it's football, politics, education, business, wherever. But there has to be a massive movement in terms of, right, listen, we are going to take a stand and we're going to make a big change here. Simple.
The only thing I'll add to one thing, just want to add quickly, it depends on who is actually educating the kid. Say, suppose a person says, I don't know why they're taking the knee, it's just a PR exercise. So that is what the kid will remember. If a person says, if the person tells the entire story and then tells word by word what has happened and the entire timeline, then obviously the kid may understand that why it is important. So it also depends on who educates.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, Tish, and what I'd say to that is if let's just think about the people who are actually like proper racists, the ones who cannot be changed, who've just got it's in their blood and all that, right? They are a very small minority, really, compared to the rest of society. We know that, don't we? Surely we can all agree that, you know, this is a stain. This is a stain on our society and a scar. But I would suggest that most people would explain it, however they would explain it is a different story. I mean, there's no you can't tell people how to explain things to their kids. That's the beauty of us being individuals. We're all different. You know, we all do things differently. But I would think that most people, a large majority, in fact, of people would point out the fact that this is being done because somebody was murdered because of the colour of their skin. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's a massive thing. And like I say, until we see big noises happening, like in football and business and all the rest of it, where big decisions are made by people in who, because let's have it right, there are people now in power who can make these decisions, who can just say, you know what, no, I ain't having this now. I'm going to make this decision right now. This is what's happening. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go on, Stephen. If you...
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to continue it, obviously, but I'm running out of time. So
yeah,
there's a couple more things I need to do. So obviously, it's a great debate. It's a sad debate because we shouldn't be debating this. This shouldn't happen. But unfortunately, when something like this happens, you got to recognize it and reject it and try and kick it out as much as we can. So the reality is we're never going to kick racism out of football in a couple of weeks. And we're still about something. Yeah, especially whilst it's in a pandemic, no one's got time, so they'll all go online. They all just sit in their basements and type stupid shit because they think they're clever, right? And they're just scumbags.
Yeah, with respect to Stephen, the Slavia Prague thing, they have an Ivory Coast player. They have, I think, a Nigerian player. I think they got one more from, I don't remember, a couple of more countries, African countries. They got around 4 or 5 players in the squad who are African. So to call the club racist as a whole is funny in itself.
This is the thing. This is why when people are having a go, like the whole club, it's not like the club told him to say that.
There was a stupid comment about your guest, wasn't there? Somewhere, somebody made a silly comment about your guest.
I think someone did, but because we had the Slavia Prague youth coach come on as a preview, and I'm sorry, at what point has he gone to the guy and said you've got to go say that? Has he supported him in saying that? No, right? He even said, like, 'cause we mentioned it, and he was like, it's sad for him to see because the people he works with, they're not that at all. So they're not racist at all, and they don't support what this guy has done at all, right? And they wouldn't accept like what he's done at all, and he deserves everything he gets. So yeah, but I've got to move it on. Just quickly, because I've just had this brought to my attention during the stream, and I'm just going to quickly mention it because it's just before Liverpool Real Madrid game. Apparently, Real Madrid's bus is being attacked and hit with stones in Liverpool. Well, you can tell.
Why are they doing that now?
Scum. It's fucking scum.
Do you know what? It's exactly what they did to Man City in the Champions League before they knocked them out.
Yeah, they're fucking scum. That's the exact reason I don't like them. The fans are dickheads.
I don't know why. Honestly, what? Seriously? Is that how you got to win a game?
No, is it something related to COVID or what is it about?
No,
I don't understand.
No, it's the fact that it's intimidating. It
The
works when
Liverpool
it worked when they beat Man City 2 years ago in the Champions League, I think, or in a cup game or whatever. I feel it's like their way of intimidating their opposition fans, right? Especially if it's these, and you say the fans, Charlie, but not all their fans are like that. Let's be honest. The majority of fans are not like this. Is the small minority. It's like with like the racism in football. Every fan base has got that small minority that are just dickheads and they're just wankers.
No, but if it has
to blame the whole fan base is wrong.
But if it has happened once, and this is the second time, they should be just thrown out of the Champions League.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, and it shouldn't be right. Don't get me wrong; it's not right at all. But the majority of the fan base, right? We all know are not like that at all, right? These are the small minorities that will sing sing like the Munich disaster song, or like if it was still on the Man United side, they'll sing the Hillsborough stuff, Like, you know what I
Wait.
mean? It's this small minority that don't have any place in football society.
Sorry, I missed what you were talking about because I was nipped to the toilet.
It's to do with the fact that the Real Madrid bus has just been attacked with stones.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
and it's not John Stones because he can't attack.
but yeah, we've got to. That's a good one. Sorry, but we've got to move this on. So we do this every week. It's called FIFA 21 Squad Builder, and it's the squad builder because we're doing starting XI of the week. Right.
Why's your camera gone really slow, Stephen? It's gone like 3 frames a second. It's like
Stephen.
Stephen has become Aubameyang from this season.
What about?
It's all like it was like you're sticking. I don't know what you would call it.
I'm not sticking.
Yeah, it's like you moving as fast as Granit Xhaka runs.
Is it working? I don't know. I don't know.
You need to get better internet. Your internet's poor.
Oh, apparently there's a lot of things I need to be. I've been told a lot of things I need to do. So,
like your team.
Someone needs to clip that part where he said Dennis Suarez and Odegaard are the same.
Yeah, they are.
Did he actually say that?
Start this argument. He's had one contribution in 13 games, not even going there. Right, let's not go there. Right, and now he's injured. What a surprise. Right, I was told he was the next coming of Lionel Messi, so there we are.
Is this for the Premier League games this weekend?
Yes, this is the Premier League this weekend, as usual. Goalkeeper, who are we going for?
Need to see the fixtures first.
Let me have a quick look.
Oh, that's a tough one actually.
I think Leno. We play Fulham.
No. This is for results.
Sam Johnston. He saved the penalty.
Oh, for the week that is already done. Sorry.
Yeah. It's the results.
Oh, okay.
Sam Johnston saved the penalty. That's all I'll say.
It's like team of the week, but I called it starting XI of the week. So because everyone calls it team of the week, so I could have called it something different. So it's fine. So starting XI of the week. Yeah, Sam Johnston. Yeah. Anyone else want to throw anything? Leno had a decent game. They had nothing to do.
Yeah.
So
no, not Leno then. Yeah.
Not Leno. I'd say Johnston.
Yeah, I'd say Johnston as well.
I would probably take the Leeds goalkeeper.
Yeah. You're right. I saw that game. He saved it.
Who's his name again?
That's a good question.
No, why do you have to remind me of that game? For God's sake, lad. I'd say Sam Johnston.
Who's his name?
Meslier. Meslier.
Li. I got
There
it.
you go.
Right, as a right back.
Trent?
Oh yeah,
Trent.
he did score. Trent scored, didn't he?
Yeah. Talk. What would you go for as a right back?
Trent.
Yeah, Trent.
Just because as well. You're right. Mate. The way Liverpool are kind of sort of digging in and refusing to lie down in this top 4 fight. You know, it's considering the way they've been, the results that they've had and everything else. It's pretty impressive, to be fair. And I still stand by what I said, that they will get. I think they will get into the top 4 and they're going to make a serious fist of it.
Right.
You know,
Okay. Left back.
Luke Shaw.
Stewart.
Luke,
Granny
Luke Shaw.
Xhaka.
Luke Shaw.
Hey,
Hang on, who did say?
Granny Xhaka.
Oh no! Allow it.
Or should I say Roberto Xhaka?
Oh, don't you start! No.
Nah, it's just banter.
I don't mind. I don't mind putting an Ailing as well. He was also good against City.
actually, yeah, that's a good shout.
Can you
Good
shut
shout,
up
actually.
about Leeds? I'd say Stuart Dallas, personally.
No, I think
But he
you're right.
doesn't play as a defender. That is the problem.
Yeah,
Where-
I'd say
where-
I'd
where
go
does-
with Letitia on that one.
Yeah, Alien. I'll go with it.
Wow.
Sorry. Go on, what was you going to say, Saeed? Sorry.
I think we should just go with the whole Leeds team, innit?
Yes. Marching on together.
This is a Man United fan singing this song. I'm just letting you know this.
Yeah, marching on
This is-
together up to the.
What is this? What
to
is
the-
this? The Leeds show, for crying out loud. Bloody hell.
Wait, let me finish. Marching on together up to the empty hub. Hey! Oh, the greatest team we've ever seen in the Premier League get stuffed by a newly promoted 10-man Leeds United.
Imagine,
Sorry, big up.
imagine if Dortmund knock you out tonight. What's going to happen then? Leeds, Dortmund.
Ooh.
It's Aaron.
I'm leaving all social media.
It's Ariana, for fuck's sake. Shut up. It's Odegaard, the North London derby. See, yeah, well, you get. Yeah, but Odegaard, that was one brilliant. Right,
Steven, you would get like 100 DMs if someone put that clip out on Twitter.
Wicked, let's do it.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna do it now. Fuck it. Do you know what? I don't care now. I literally just don't care. Right? I'm literally at the point. I don't care. You can send me your DMs. I don't care. Right?
That's the spirit.
By the way, this is how it feels to be City. This is how it feels to be small.
This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels when your club means nothing at all.
I cannot hear you.
Shush. I'm going to put everyone on mute if you don't let me do my solo. Right?
Come on.
This is how it feels to be City. This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels when the club means nothing at all.
There's no point doing this, Stephen, because I cannot hear you.
You can. You liar.
Look,
Liar.
I can't hear you. I've took my headphones off for a reason.
But you can see me.
Turn your camera off.
You can't handle it. He hates it. He absolutely hates it.
Right, centre backs. What are we doing? The Leeds back line?
Oh, Liam Cooper.
If you are
Yes!
if you're considering Dallas as a centre back, then put him there.
Right, okay, no, let's be serious now. Centre backs. Who are we going for?
I'm being serious. If Dallas you're considering as a centre back like FPL does,
Dallas in a centre back. Bloody hell. Rather put where's fucking Wally at centre half.
who else? Maybe Manchester United's defenders.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad shout.
Why would I want to go to IKEA? I'm going to come his PC World to buy a new fridge.
Who else?
Didn't Lindelof play that long cross to one of your attackers, or was that in the?
What about
Zuma? What about Zuma? He had a good game for Chelsea and he scored a goal.
Yeah, put Zuma in there.
Yeah, Zuma.
Yeah, Zuma. Let me have a look. Zuma. Oh, that's not how you spell it. How do you spell it?
It's an A. It's an A on the end.
I think it's Ouma.
Zouma.
You go. Right. Who else?
Liam Keeper.
What about a Brighton the defender? Or
Ben
Yeah.
White.
what about West Brom? Because they had a 3-0 result.
Oh yeah, you're right.
One of the Brighton defenders in that game. Let me have a look
If
at
Sam
that game.
Allardyce is gonna do it again, the greatest.
No,
But-
it's too late. It's too late.
We can't rule out though Lorente and Cooper for Leeds though. To be honest,
Can you shut
that-
up? Honestly.
no, but, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean seriously. We can't
Cooper
because
played
Lorente-
half a game.
No, he got
Lorente
sent off.
played-
He got
yeah,
sent
but-
off.
Yeah, but
Lorente
Lorente played a
played.
really good game.
Did he?
yeah,
He got bodied
Yeah.
by Gabriel Jesus. That tells you everything.
but he kept you out, Charlie. The door stayed
No,
shut.
we scored. What do you mean? Ferran
Yeah, but he didn't
Torres.
score enough.
He's
You
better
lost.
than Ronaldo. Better than
2-1.
Ronaldo.
10 men.
What about
6-1.
Bartley?
I'd say Lewis Dunk, to be honest.
I
Yeah.
would say, yeah,
That's a
or
good
I would
shout.
say Dara O'Shea from West Brom. I can see he played the entire game. So,
What? But who?
but I don't remember how
O'Shea.
good was he in the game.
It
O'Shea
was
from-
Bartley. It was Bartley
West
and
Brom.
O'Shea.
Yeah,
I'd
from
say
West Brom.
Lewis Dunk. I'd say Lewis Dunk personally.
I'd say Lewis. Well, yeah, I'd say Lewis Dunk. What about you guys? What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, fair play.
Southampton actually got dominated, so you can go for
What
Dunk.
about Anderson for Fulham? Because they kept Wolves out for 90 minutes, but they scored right at the end.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
I think Dunk is a good
Dunk.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you take him as an Arsenal defender? Say,
yeah, all day long.
Yeah, 100%. I would
Definitely.
I would actually let go of David Luiz and take Lewis Duncan. I think that's enough.
all right, if this bloody thing works.
If only transfer window was like FIFA, then we would get Lewis Dunk for David Luiz any
If
day.
it was like FIFA, Natish, we'd be getting Delict, right? Dion and all these best players, mate.
Koulibaly.
FIFA.
How much do you think?
Unfortunately, some of
Lewis
our
Dunk
fans
would
think.
cost?
Actually, some of our fans think it is like FIFA, and we're going to get Jack Grealish.
Lewis Dunk. I think Lewis Dunk would be at least. You're looking at least minimum 45 or something. Yeah, 45, 50 mil. Of course.
No, I
CDM.
think his contract is-
Are we playing
Just put Stuart Dallas in there already.
Charlie. Shush.
No, he's
I
saying
don't want to have to say his name again. Just
Make
put
me
Stuart
sing
Dallas.
again, boy. Don't make me sing. Right?
he's saying to
Phillips,
put Dallas.
Or 4-2-3-1.
What about Phillips?
Dallas and Fred.
Can you shut up, Top Man? You honestly.
Dallas and Fred had a good game.
Put Stuart Dallas.
Yeah.
All three of them Stuart Dallas.
No, just please. Don't
No, I know.
don't
No.
call him Stuart Dallas. Call him
I
shall
know
not be
him.
named.
I've got it. No, Marcelo Bielsa. Got me up Marcelo Bielsa in every position.
What about Indeed?
Indeed, they're lost.
Nah,
Leicester
they didn't do
lost.
that.
No, he wasn't good. He wasn't good at all.
You
I
can
was-
probably try one of the West Ham defensive
I
midfielders.
think Ainsley Maitland-Niles got the man of the match.
Yeah,
He
one
was-
of West Ham's, Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice didn't play. He was
Who was
injured.
in the midfield for that game?
Just put Stuart Dallas
Noble
in
and
for God's sake.
Suchek played for West Ham.
Charlie, I'll kick you out if you don't behave.
I don't
But-
want to. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to know about him anymore. Just put him in the team.
He's saying his feelings.
So Dallas and Ainsley will do fine in the midfield.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, he got man of the match.
man of the match for West
How
Brom.
is,
Yeah,
how,
okay.
is, how is Stuart Dallas not in the team?
He is. Stuart Dallas and
Trying not
Ainsley.
to wind you up.
It says Fred.
Yeah, he's adding both of them now.
He's on loan, so I'm gonna say he's Arsenal.
It says Fred right there.
He has to add Dallas in between.
Yeah.
Dallas is not being at Cam. I'd rather have myself at Cam. Oh.
It's
So play
not exactly
4-3-3.
a cam.
Play 4-3-3. 4-3-3 with a double pivot. Where is it?
How do you play 4-3-3 with a double pivot?
Well, you play that pivot. There you go. And put.
That's a single pivot, mate.
Oh,
Put Dallas on the right, Ainsley on the left.
Basically went from a double pivot to a single pivot.
Fuck you.
I think he was a brilliant player.
Steven, would you take Bielsa at Arsenal?
Yes. But say I've already had this discussion. I take myself.
Put Mason Mountain instead of Maitland-Niles.
Oh yeah, I've put Maitland-Niles in twice.
Ainsley played well.
I'll put Fred in there.
Mount got an assist. I'd say put Mason Mountain.
Fred got a goal. Fred got a goal.
That's even better. Boom.
He had a bad first half, but second half he covered up.
I said instead of Maitland-Niles.
Niles put in a
man
man
of the match.
which was good.
Right wing.
West Brom, Southampton.
Right wing.
Jared Bowen.
Pereira.
What's that?
Jared Bowen. Got a goal and assist.
Pereira from West Brom.
It now comes down to who got more.
On the left.
Raheem Sterling.
Let's say it.
Jesse Lingard.
Are you taking a mic?
Lingardinho.
Lingardinho settings. That's that. You've got to put that in there.
Saying Jesse Lingard. Oh,
What do you think about City's starting 11? There's no Sterling.
Right, Stephen. That is too far. That is disgraceful. That is disgraceful. You even said that. Disgusting.
And Lacazette at the center.
No, Cavani.
No.
2 goals for Lacazette.
Cavani bullied Tottenham. Let's be honest now.
Nah, I think definitely it should be Gabriel Jesus.
Right, Saeed, this is
Listen, we got City lose like once every 4 months. We gotta make the most of it.
I need to wrap this up.
Cavani bullied Tottenham's defence.
And I'm going Lacazette.
It's a 50-50.
Lacazette scored against the pub team, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, you lost against the championship side. Shush.
They're literally above the team he scored against.
It's a 50-50 between
Try
the
some
two.
more, Stephen, mate.
Even Cavani played well.
Look, wait, we didn't lose to that championship side. What does that mean?
You're playing. I heard you're playing on a Thursday night. Yeah, that's right.
Can we do the worst 11 of the week as well? It will be more fun.
it's all Man City players.
He'll City players. I know it won't be. And
manager of the week.
I'll just put
Bielsa.
Bielsa.
Yeah, it's got to be Bielsa, innit? It's got to be. It's got to be Bielsa.
Or
I wonder when we beat Chelsea and
Steven, you can actually put Guardiola there for helping his friend Bielsa to win.
So we got our starting next side of the week. It's Meslier in goal, Arnold on the right, Dunk on the and Zuma as centre backs, Aiden on the left, Fred as the CDM with Dallas and Maitland-Niles as 2 centre mids, Bowen on the right, Lingard on the left, and Lacazette up front.
Oh, we should have had Kai Havertz as a striker though, but it's all right.
Let the guy get more good performances in. He'll be there someday.
Yeah, that's fine. He was
Yeah,
sick.
there
He
you
was
go.
very good in the weekend. I think he's starting to get into the league now.
Yeah, Anthony just put out that
Get rid of that.
Luis is leaving.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end of that because I've got to wrap this up because I've got the other stream. I've got to send links out straight away for people to come on. Charlie, I take it you're still watching it with your dad at the minute.
Yes, Steven has to watch Man City get knocked out of the Champions League tonight.
Yeah. So
I'm a bit surprised with City starting 11.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for everyone that is set to leave this next season. Izzy, good. Retro, sorry to get your comment. Brilliant. Yeah. Wait, let's sure about this, Anthony. Steve put Jesse Lingard.
He's playing it very safe. Pep is playing it very safe.
Yeah. Thanks, Rich Sports, for tuning in as well. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in as usual. If I haven't got to your comments there, do apologise. Please, 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 please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Share it. Right. People don't even have to watch the content. Don't even have to be a football and F1 fan. All they have to be a fan of is supporting the charity, right? And I've said at the start, every subscription we're gonna say is literally like a donation because it gets to 1K, which means money to the charity. Simple as that. So go and do that now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get your friends to subscribe as well. We are 131, I think, away from 1K. So we're so close to doing it. So please do it now. Please do it now. But yes, thanks, Nitish, Relentless, Saeed, Charlie, Talk Manu for tuning in on the panel. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with we'll be back in a minute with the watch along for Man City versus Dortmund. Sorry. Take care. Bye bye.